Could this be the best dash cam money can buy in 2023? Let's find out. So hello guys, welcome back to another video. You have joined me from my BMW 130i. Now, if you've been a viewer of the channel for the past year and a half or so, you'll know that I previously reviewed Viofo's top of the range dash cam. Now, they have kindly sent me out their new top of the range dash cam and I'm pretty excited to see what this can do. So the dash cam in question is this A139 Pro. Again, it's a 2-channel dash cam, so it records front facing and rear facing as well. This thing though, it comes with a brand new Sony sensor. It's much better, much improved, much better camera quality, and it records in 4K as well. So I think what we need to do is get this thing unboxed, see what is included in it, and then I guess get it plugged in and take the car for a drive and see what the footage is like. Most importantly, I guess that's the thing that you're really focused on when it comes to a dash cam review. But yeah, I was very impressed with the previous one, and I've actually had it on the car now for, like I said, yeah, the past 18 months. I really think that you should have a dash cam on your car in 2023, you know, especially if it's a car that you love. If it's your pride and joy, you need to be protected. You know, when it comes to like things like insurance claims, it can be very difficult to really prove who was at fault essentially, and with the help of a dash cam, you know, all your evidence is there basically. So yeah, I would highly recommend having a dash cam in general in this day and age, and it's something that I will have on all my decent cars, should I say. This being the BMW 130i, no plans on ever selling this, so yeah, I'll always make sure to have a dash cam on this car. But yeah, like I said, let's get this A139 Pro unboxed. Okay, so just like before, very well packaged. And well, I was under the illusion that it was going to be quite a lot bigger than this, but guess I was wrong. It's probably actually smaller than the previous one. This is the dash cam right here. So this is the front dash cam. I didn't even mention, but there is a front dash cam, so one for the front windscreen, and there's also another one for the rear windscreen as well. But yeah, this thing is tiny, especially, you know, given the fact that what this is capable of. This thing is really quite small, and it shouldn't get in your way at all. I can see we have a few inputs, so of course power, you will need some kind of power source. Now, what I've been doing up to date is just running it off the 12 volt, you know, cigarette style socket, but I do have plans to hardwire this into the battery, or maybe even into the fuse box, you know, permanently, because like I said, I plan on keeping this car, and it just means that you don't have to have a wire basically routing under your dashboard. I want to have it hardwired and probably have the wiring going in the headliner or something like that. But yeah, if you do want to do that, they do sell a hardwire kit for that purpose, so we'll get on to doing that at a later date. But yeah, this is the front camera anyway, and then we have the rear camera itself. Smaller lens on it, but you know, this isn't your main camera. You know, most dash cams out there don't even come with a rear camera, so the fact that it comes with both is brilliant actually. You know, you never know if something's going to happen behind you, someone rear end you or whatever. Always good to have a rear facing camera as well. So then, before we get the new dash cam hooked up, a couple of things to mention. As I did say, it's got the latest Sony Starvis 2 image sensor, which is supposed to be absolute top notch, provides 4K HDR. We also have a night vision mode on this as well. Super night vision 2. Not sure what that means, but it's night vision, isn't it? Infrared cabin night vision as well. It's got to be good. It's got night vision on, it's in 4K. What more can you ask for when it comes to a dash cam? But yeah, like I said, the proof is in the pudding, so let's get it hooked up, and then I think we'll take it for a drive and yeah, see what the footage is like. Okay then, so I have the dash cam now set up, and if you're wondering how I have the wiring from the dash cam to my 12-volt socket, it literally just goes up to the headliner, down the A-pillar, down below the dashboard, and just plugs in to the 12-volt cigarette lighter there. Like I said, I want to make it permanent, so this just goes straight to the fuse box or to the battery or something, I don't know. But yeah, it just means I won't have to have this cable running down there, and it'll be a much permanent fitting. But yeah, really doesn't take up much room on the windscreen at all. Looks very sleek. You can easily adjust the angle of the camera. At the moment it's pointing directly forward, and I have it also loaded up on the app because yes, you can view this in real time. Going to be completely honest, the quality doesn't look that good on the app. I don't know if that's just because it's, you know, over Wi-Fi or whatever. We'll of course see what the quality is like, and I'll include some clips what it's actually like when we get back from a short drive. But yeah, what can we do? We can take a snapshot, I guess. Yeah, easily done. We can switch camera, that is if we have the rear facing camera on. So then as you go into the settings, you can adjust things like the video resolution. Just bear in mind, the higher the resolution you have, the bigger the file size is generally going to be. So at the moment it's in 4K, 2160p and 30 frames per second, but you can go down to 2K if you want to, if you really want it to be in that bad of quality. You know, we are very, very spoilt when it comes to video resolutions nowadays. HDR is on, which is high dynamic range. Some people like it, some people don't. Recording audio, so you can turn that off if you wanted to. Date stamp, I think that's very important to have that on. The G sensor, so basically this has a sensor in it, and it detects when you either are in a crash, or say if it's something a little less serious like going down a pothole. This will come into play and actually record a clip, but not only just record it, of course, it will save it, and you know, basically it won't overwrite unless you manually go in and do it. So if you notice that, you know, it is writing a clip and saving it, you know, every time you go down a pothole, you don't want it to, you can just turn that down to low sensitivity. But obviously if you want to record every time you are going down a pothole, just keep it in high, but I think we'll just leave it in medium for now anyway. Time-lapse recording off. Parking mode, parking recording timer. Yeah, so this is if you have it hardwired into your car, you can basically leave it recording 24/7. Again, another good thing to have, just for pure safety, basically. You know, if somebody is trying to break into your car, you can just use this as CCTV essentially. Okay then, so I think while we take this dash cam for a spin, I thought now would be a good opportunity to let you guys know what is happening with this car. So the BMW 130i made its first appearance on the channel, I want to say around 3 years ago now, and I made a bunch of videos on it within the first sort of year or so, and then since then it's kind of been on the back burner. Obviously I've taken on a whole bunch of other projects as well, and I've got 5 cars now, and I really do need to trim down somewhat. One of them I know is going pretty soon. Another of them I know needs to go pretty soon, and then I'll probably keep 2 or 3 of them. Now, as I've mentioned many times now, this car is, you know, it's not going anywhere. I don't plan on ever selling it. I absolutely love it, and right now I need to take it for a bit of a thrashing because it's just pretty much been dormant for the past 6 months or so. It's just literally just been on the driveway. It's been off the road. It's just been, you know, kept moving around. You know, I've literally just had to start it up just to move it from one place to another, and it's developed the nasty lifter tick. So yeah, it's you know, it's completely normal. It's because all of the oil's bled out of the hydraulic lifters. So yeah, I just need to take it for a good old thrashing, because this naturally aspirated N52 engine loves to be revved. You can't just drive it around, you know, at 2,000 RPM. You need to really, you know, just give it some and you know, get right up there in the higher RPMs. But yeah, what is the plan anyway with this car? So I've mentioned it like a whole bunch of times before, but just bear with me. I'll get onto it when I get onto it. As I say, you know, I've had a bunch of other projects that have kind of taken priority, and it's just sort of been, you know, left and put to one side. But I still plan on basically fully restoring this car. I want to, like, you know, redo the interior. When I say redo the interior, I don't mean like, you know, change the upholstery or anything like that. I'm happy with the seats, although I would quite like electric seats, but I think that's a pretty rare option in a BMW 1 Series. Although I am led to believe the BMW E90 generation seats are a straight fit in this car. Don't know if it requires some wiring modifications or what, not entirely sure. But I would quite like to change the dashboard and have the latest and greatest iDrive, which is the CIC iDrive, which was probably only in like 2010 to 2012 models, and this being a 2005, yeah, it's going to need a new dashboard, and it's going to need obviously all the iDrive system. I'm also going to need a new center console as well, one to accommodate the iDrive controller. But then apart from that, like, the interior in here is pretty clean. You know, it has everything I need. I have cruise control now. Of course, I retrofitted that, you know, very soon after I bought the car. It has heated seats. I have parking sensors all around. I have power fold mirrors. I have pretty much everything I need here. I have a sunroof. So that is all fine. But I've said this a few times as well, the car needs a full respray, but after getting like some quotes from people, I don't know if I could swallow that pill right now. You know, I've been getting quotes of literally like £5,000 to £6,000 to respray this car, and I don't know why, but I was sort of under the impression that it may be like £2,000, maybe £3,000 absolute tops. And so I was potentially looking at getting that done this year, but if it's like £5,000 or £6,000, I don't think it's happening. As much as I love this car and I want to get it perfect again, I just cannot fork out that sort of money right now. I think things like the suspension and all the steering, you know, whatever, needs to be overhauled first. Because although it still drives very well, it's on 143,000 miles, and I'm fairly confident that most of like the steering arms and that are the originals. I know I've swapped out the track rods and track rod ends, but aside from that, I would probably say that most of them are the original. Although nothing has really been flagged up on an MOT, so I guess they can't really be that bad. I have noticed the suspension is pretty harsh. Don't know if that's just a BMW 1 Series thing, whether it's an M Sport thing, or if the shocks are pretty shot. I really don't know. But again, we'll probably do all the shocks, all the springs all round, and really get this thing set up well. Oh, whole nother thing that I guess I just completely missed out. I'm taking this car. Actually, I'm going to leave it as a surprise. That may have just given too far away as is. So yeah, if you know, then you'll probably know. But yeah, I'm going to leave that as a surprise. We are going to continue. We're going to get this thing, well, it should be up to temperature now, so let's just give it some beans, I guess. Let's drop it down to second gear. I love the power delivery in this car. You cannot beat it. I much prefer naturally aspirated engines over forced induction ones. I get you can get big power from a forced induction engine, but you just can't beat the responsiveness and the high revving nature of a naturally aspirated engine. I love it. Okay then, so after getting home and reviewing some of the footage, I'm actually pretty impressed. You know, I don't think it's ever going to be as good as, say, a professional camera in a dash cam, just because how small the lens and the sensors are. You know, to really compact it into such a small unit, yeah, you're never going to compete with a professional camera. But I think it's, you know, well acceptable, very, very good quality for what it is, and you know, given the price point as well. Yeah, I've seen like dash cam footage in the past where it's so grainy you can't even make out what's happening. You want to be able to make out things like number plates, you know, potentially people's faces, so you can see who it is in the scene, you know, if something has happened or whatever. And you also want to be able to see, like, you know, make and models of cars as well. I don't think you're going to struggle doing those things with this dash cam. Anyway, like I said, I want to say a massive thanks to Viofo for sending this out to me for review. I want to say a massive thanks to you guys for watching this video as well. If you do want to check out any details about this dash cam, there will be them in the description box below. There'll also be an exclusive discount code for you guys to save yourself some money as well. But yeah, I think that's everything. I want to thank you all for watching. Please give this one a like, leave a comment down below, subscribe if you have not already done so, and I will see you all in the next one.